Post-Adoption Services and Economic Stress, a Pilot Study by Courtney Brockbrader, Patrick Canigula, and Cassidy Lefevre. Bowling Green State University School of Family and Consumer Sciences presented at the 2021 BGSU Undergraduate Symposium on Research and Scholarship. Post-adoption services are important to ensuring the success and permanence of older child adoptions. The aim of this study was to determine the impact of economic struggles on the types of post-adoption services utilized by families using an adoption agency in Northwest Ohio, Adopt America Network, AAN. The types of services offered from least to most intensive were labeled as universal, selected, and indicated. A total of 15 families were included in this pilot study. Responses were collected via an online survey from March to October of 2020. And all of the families who were accessing services during this time frame through AAN are included in the dataset. Using logistical recession, it was found that lesser ability to purchase necessary items for children, as well as insecurity with the ability to pay bills each month, were both significantly associated with a need for higher intensity indicated services. Neither of these economic indicators cite significant associations with universal or selective services. The implications of the study indicate that funding should be directed towards higher intensity services in order to best serve those most in need, especially when the population being served is largely low income status. Introduction. Economic struggles are a contributing factor to adoption disruption. Schmidt and Turanian 2017 found that lack of access to financial support presents particular issues for kinship care. Similarly, Denby et al. 2017 found that factors such as income under $20,000 per year and whether a family was receiving financial assistance in the form of supplemental security income, SSI, were predictors of the well-being of adopted children. In addition, Burke et al. 2018 found that despite well-documented need, many states provide little to no post-adoption services. Without access to these services through the state, families may struggle financially to access these services on their own. This study adds to these findings by exploring how economic struggles impact the intensity of services needed to ensure adoption permanency. Gaining a better understanding of which services are needed by low-income populations can inform adoption agencies and state-funded programs on where funding is most needed and most beneficial for these families. Methods. Data was collected utilizing an online survey which was filled out by AAN employees on behalf of families utilizing their services. 15 families from 3 counties, Hancock, Lucas, and Wood in Northwest Ohio participated in the survey. Information that was collected included demographic information, economic stress level, and types of services utilized through Adopt America Network. The 2 questions relating to economic stress were, do you struggle every month to pay your bills? And are you able to purchase necessary items for the child or children in your care? Relationships between these economic stress indicators and level of services utilized were further analyzed using logistic regression. Types of services offered through Adopt America Network. Universal is the least intensive. It offers resources and referral and support groups for families. Selective services are moderately intensive and are home-based family education and coaching. Indicated services are most intensive. They include home-based family counseling. Demographic data, economic indicators. As shown above in the 2 graphs, just under half, 46.7% of families in the same sample are not secure in their ability to pay their bills each month. 40% of families are insecure in their ability to purchase necessary items for the children in their care. Results. Economic Indicator 1. Do you struggle every month to pay your bills? Universal Services Logistical Regression LR results. Coefficient equals non-applicable. P-value equals non-applicable. Reason for non-applicable coefficient and p-value is all of the families in the sample received universal services. Selective services logistical regression results. Coefficient equals negative 0.0538. P-value equals 0.883. P-value is not statistically significant given that A equals 0.05. Indicated services logistical regression results are coefficient equals negative 19.88. P-value equals 0.002. P-value is statistically significant given that A equals 0.05. Results. Economic Indicator 2. Are you able to purchase necessary items for the children or child in your care? Universal LR results. Coefficient equals non-applicable. P-value equals non-applicable. Reasoning for non-applicable coefficient and p-value, all of the families in the sample received universal services. Selective LR results. Coefficient equals negative 0.1. P-value equals 0.8065. P-value is not statistically significant given that A equals 0.05. Indicated LR results. Coefficient equals negative 19.88. P-value equals 0.002. P-value is statistically significant given that A equals 0.05. Discussion. The analysis showed that a struggle with the ability to pay bills each month was significantly associated with a need for the highest intensity indicated services through Adopt America network. Similarly, a lack of ability to purchase necessary items for the children and families' care was also significantly associated with the need for indicated services. These services are primarily focused on home-based family counseling. Additionally, our survey revealed that a significant percentage of families served by AAN were insecure in one or both of these areas. Conclusions and future directions. Based on the significant percentage of families who were found to struggle with one or both of the economic indicators and the significant association we found with a need for indicated services for these families, a recommendation for Adopt America network is to prioritize funding towards these higher intensity services. Future studies could strengthen these findings by addressing a wider range of economic indicators and by increasing the sample size of participating families. References.